What's up, Warrior Peeps? Wanted to give you a Daily Warrior Life episode. And here, I will tell you today, business, discover and declare. Did a webinar today, which we had about 120 financial advisors on the webinar live. Out of, I think, 160, 180 registered. We had some more registered today, but it was last minute, so I'm not counting them. So I'm saying we had over a 50% show up rate live. We got, there's a whole process to how we got them to register, how we got to show them up live. We had 20 or 30 show up half an hour early to win a prize. We had the chat blowing up nonstop throughout the whole thing, keeping the conversation going. We have a successful close rate. We will probably sell out the cohort wave of that coaching program by tomorrow. I have a very happy client who we produced the webinar for and with, and at the end of the webinar, after the webinar was over and we talked, he said, wow, he said, to watch you work is a thing of beauty. I said, I'm on a video testimonial saying that. So it's funny, I have had a number of people in the last couple of weeks, number of clients, partners, vendors, joint venture partners say, oh my God, like I had a different webinar where they said their entire staff was on the webinar. There were 8 people and they said that was the best webinar we've ever seen. Other than the guy who founded the company, doing the webinar for them himself, who's now deceased, not because of, years ago, they said that's the best webinar we've seen since Joe Schmo, we'll say is the name. Joe Schmo did a webinar. Like, we haven't seen one that good since Joe did it. So, how are you doing your webinars? I literally had a client come to us who said, oh, we don't even use slides. We just talk to the camera and talk to the Zoom, and we read a script that they can't see, like the Word doc on our screen that they don't see. And I said, how do you feel about that? They said, well, we're getting declining attendance. We're not happy with that. We're getting declining numbers in terms of the people on the call actually taking advantage of the offer. I said, that's because how you're doing the webinar and how you're promoting it. So we fixed that. So if you are not happy with the conversion rate or show up rate of your webinars, let me know, shoot me a DM, and we can set up a time to talk so that we can crush it for you. But a webinar needs to be theater, right? There needs to be, people are used to watching TV. People are used to watching movies. So there needs to be an arc. There needs to be a story arc. There needs to be a clear beginning, middle, end. There need to be incentives for them to participate all the way through so that it's a conversation, not just you talking at them. And we got a whole scientific process for how we do that, and it worked really well today. See you tomorrow.